Delano, I was listening to an interview with Darius Garland, and he mentioned in the second season he started figuring things out with feel. He felt how teams were guarding him in the pick and roll, and that's how he sort of played the rest of his game, quarters 1 through 4. How do you feel your feel is for the NBA game at this moment?
A lot of teams kind of going off that, kind of like guard you the same way, going off your strengths and weaknesses. So I'm just kind of just watching film, seeing if guys are going under screens, which majority usually they do, but kind of just watching film, man, and just trying to continue to try and make that jump to where the game could keep slowing down for me and also for the other guys on the team. But man, for today, they got out, they hit us first, and then we're trying to punch back. So we have to come out ready to fight. So.
You always been a film guy, or has it only sort of been introduced to you as a professional?
More so as a professional, but I'm a basketball player, so we love watching it all the time.
I'm just wondering, while the time between you coming down here is getting longer and longer, is it strange when you play with a team and then you come back, say, a month later, and it's a whole new team of guys?
No, kind of just knowing that it's a business. The one thing about our organization, I could say they always put guys in the best position to be successful. So, whether it's here or, with another organization, they're going to help you get to that right spot. And, they tell us that all the time. So, definitely kudos to the organization. They always keep it professional. They make sure to keep us professionals, knowing the possibilities of what can happen at any time. So, kudos to them and kudos to the organization. But no, I don't find it weird just knowing that it's a business and, just kind of just keep my head on straight and focus what I have in front of me.
Have you done the 9:05 during the day Raptors game at night yet? Have you played that?
Yeah, I believe I did that last year. Yeah.
Janet Samuel, ATV News. You guys outscored them 76-54 in the paint, but when you still come out with a loss like this, what does that tell you about the game today?
Man, just like I said, game planning for each game. Today they're lighting it up from 3. I think they made let me see. Yeah, man, they're killing us from 3. Shot like 45% from the 3. So, we're 8 for 31. They're 15 for 33. Points tally up, but just trying to be aggressive, attacking the paint. We know when playing against a smaller team like them, they're smaller than us. So just trying to do that, but whatever we can to help, try and come up with the W. That's what we're trying to do.
Last question.
You started the game 0 for 3 from the three-point line, and then you guys were making a run, and you were in the corner. You didn't really have anywhere to go, and you hit a corner 3. Obviously, that's something that, any NBA prospect is working on, but did that give you an extra bit of confidence to make that first 3 kind of led to a second one as well? How's the confidence in that three-point shot?
I have trust from my teammates, trust from the coaching staff to, if I have an open shot to take it. So, whether I miss just like my first shot that I missed, my second one I thought it was going in just like the one that did. So, every shot that we shoot to make it, and I have confidence and trust from my guys, to shoot the ball to try and score it, and I'm out there trying to miss. So, every time I shoot, they have the confidence in me. They're cheering me on whether I make it or miss it, and they'll always push me to shoot the next one.
Thank you, Delano.
Thank you.
It's fun playing with Delano. He's a great player, great passer, great scorer. Takes a little bit of pressure, scoring-wise, off me. But it's fun.
Did you know Trey Holland before this?
Who is Trey? No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
No? What do you think of, he's been here about a week, he's played one game, and then coach has him closing games, playing crunch minutes. How is that to you to have a teammate come in that's able to do those things?
I want somebody on the floor like that at all times, you know what I'm saying? At all times he's looking to get his teammates involved. At all times he's playing tough defensively. He's picking up full court. He's changing the energy of the game every single time he gets in the game. So you always want somebody on the floor like that. I love to play with him.
Andrew Dalano, Raptors Republic. There's been this explosion in your playmaking. These skip passes from the pinch post area.
Yeah.
Is there a breakthrough moment you had? Maybe it's on film where something shifted for you, or is this gradual?
It's kind of gradual. Looking at film, realizing I have opportunities for kickouts, realizing I have to trust my teammates a little bit more, but while staying aggressive at the same time. Which I feel like I could have did better with this entire game, stay aggressive, and just realizing that this team, what they did the first time we played them in Maine, I think in the showcase, They were switching a line 1 through 5, and defensively they were kind of easy to pick apart passing wise.
And Sterling Brown recently joined the team, ton of NBA experience, and just in one media conference we had, there seems to be so much wisdom coming out of him. I'm wondering if he's imparted any of that wisdom on you so far.
Nah, yeah, for sure. I mean, Sterling's he's kind of quiet. He's starting to talk a little bit more, get a little bit more comfortable. It's really funny to see that. This is the most I've seen him talk in the last couple weeks. But that's another player you just love to play with. He's always playing tough defensively. He makes open shots. He sprints back. He does all of the right things, and that's a player that you love to play with. I feel like he would be a good NBA player at some point when he gets his chance again. It's fun to play with.
Some of the guys have in the past talked about the camaraderie on the road. When you lose back-to-back games like this, and you have a little break before you go on the road, does that kind of give you a chance to hit reset?
Yeah, for sure. We definitely gotta hit a reset. Just losing 2 in a row, going on the road, just not wanting to lose, make it 3 in a row, and just realizing what we had to do, coming together a little bit more. And I feel like I play a big part in that. It's just trying to stay aggressive, even more, get more shots at the rim. Shot 7 threes a day, but while at the same time not forcing it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like defensively I have to be more aggressive. Rebounding wise too, I have to be more aggressive. So that's the biggest thing. I feel like that'll help us get back to where we were, is when I stay aggressive. And I mean, at the same time I like to try letting the game come to me, but at the same time I need to be aggressive.
What's going through your head when you get that no call and you're bleeding, like there's obviously something had happened, whether it was a call or not, and then you get the and one, the revenge basket? What's going through your head in that moment?
It's time to turn up a level. Trying to get back.
Thank you.
Andrew Damlin, Raptors Republic. Whether it's a 28-point game today or throughout your season, there seems to be nothing forced about your game on offense. Did that come from your mom's coaching, from your Rutgers upbringing? Like, where did that nothing forced sort of aspect come?
I feel like it just came from like my foundation from basketball. Like you said, growing up, I wasn't really like a star player anywhere. I was more of like a role player, so I knew how to play with different guys, and I know how to fit into kind of like a system. And I do the same thing here. When I get my shots, I take them. And today they were falling. Today I played well, but so that's where it comes from. Just growing up, not being a star player nowhere, having to earn everything, and just letting the game flow, letting the game come to me.
And the other thing you have is this game clock awareness. At the end of the third quarter, I think it was, I was commentating the game and I said, Harper's gonna have to put up a tough shot. Then you got right to the rim and let it go with under a second left. How did that clock awareness develop? Because you made some big buzzer beaters in your time. When did that develop?
I just always look up at the clock, when I'm dribbling the ball. And EK was telling me I had 3 seconds, so I was like a little bit around half court. So I knew I could get to the basket in less than 3 seconds, and I just had to like turn the jets on and just try to get there. Ended up getting an and one, but just having clock awareness is something that's a must to play at the next level. You got to know time and score. You got to know the appropriate time to go for a 2-for-1, appropriate time to hold the ball. So I take pride in knowing how to do that.
Ron, what's the best thing you can take from a back-to-back loss like this?
Honestly, the best thing I could take from this is that they shot the ball really well and we didn't. It's simple as that. And kudos to them. They were getting to the lane and drawing a lot of kicks. But, we didn't make things easy on ourselves either. We were taking a lot of tough shots. We got to do a better job of getting into the lane, attracting 2 or 3 and finding kickouts. And, shot 25% from 3 tonight. You're not going to win many games playing against guys, especially the Maine Celtics. They got a bunch of former pros on their team. So, just getting to the lane, driving kick, finding open guys, and just playing together. I think we have to put an emphasis on that when we go to Westchester. I feel like if we do that, we'll be fine. We won a bunch of games. We lost 2. You just can't let them pile up. So looking forward to the next one.
What is it about closing quarters that seems to require like an extra level of mental attention and focus?
Mm-hmm. Well, because you know that you're going to get a break in a second, so you kind of just want to close out the quarter well. And, we were giving up a lot of runs in like the middle of the quarters, but I feel like at the end of the second quarter we really turned it up. The end of the third quarter we played really well, and then at the end of the fourth they were just finding kickouts on tough drives. You know, they're kind of just running like chickens with their head cut off at the basket, and then out of nowhere, boom, they just found an opening, found a guy on the perimeter, and it was an open three. So that's kind of where we fell. But just trying to figure out how to, you know, play well at the end of the quarter is important because that momentum carries over to the next quarter.
1 point off his career high. And how much work do you do with him in terms of this like sealing stuff he does underneath? Is that like a skill you worked on, or is that something you brought from Rutgers to here?
A bit of both. We work on it a bit. Raptors do it a bunch, obviously, as well. They got a lot of size in their lineup, and it's just something we took from them. Works pretty well when you have those bigger lineups out there, and a guard's got to guard someone. If they're going to put their guard on Ron, that's a good one.
And he just seems like he really doesn't play outside himself ever, from my vantage point. Has that been your experience throughout the few months?
Yeah, his shot selection is pretty good. He knows what his game is. He really reads the scouting report, knows how to attack the opposing defense, and tries to execute that.
And with Daryl Morcell and T.D. Hollins playing crunch time, changing the game defensively, was that the directive, or did they just sort of take it upon themselves to try to will the team back into the game?
Yeah, I think when you're coming off the bench, you get a good read of what's going on during the game, and they were able to read that we needed that kind of punch and that energy, and they did a good job of it.
And last one for me, ought we read into anything of Dalano not finishing the game?
No, he's got a game tonight as well, and I think part of it was just early game. It's a long day for him. His minutes were getting up there, and those guys were playing well.
Just kind of almost the same question as Andrew, but not really. TD, we've only seen one game from him, and then you had him playing some pretty crucial minutes today. What is it that you see from him that gives you the trust in him to play those minutes?
He moves the ball. The ball zips around when he's in there. He plays a few minutes, he's going to have a few assists every time. So the ball flies around. Teammates like playing with him, and it gives the game some energy.
Everything. Is
Thanks,
David
Coach.
okay?